Elk hunting has become such a part of our lives ever since the first day we stepped foot out west. It has taken us to some of the most beautiful parts of this country and has allowed us to lay our eyes on things that we had once only seen in movies. And while it's provided us with some amazing moments as hunters, it's also proved to be the most difficult, where we've experienced many struggles along the way. But just like anything else, these struggles have allowed us to educate ourselves. We've learned more about elk by hunting them than we would have if we were successful on that first outing. And we've done it all as a group, by individually pushing ourselves to our limits, hunting hard, hunting smart, and never giving up. I will say it's been quite the adventure, and that adventure continues.
I want to see where these 5 go. I mean, you got 5 bulls here, no cows. I feel like, I mean, obviously, and then we had 3 bulls with, what, 2 or 3 cows or something go up. I feel like someone's got to be on Smith Creek. The problem is...
Tonight, you're saying?
Tonight.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't know where in the world these elk are going to go in. They were in the west corner, now they're heading towards the east corner.
I think if you're going to take a stab at them, you got to go where we saw them come out last night, because if this one gets north at all, if you go to that corner...
Yeah, as soon as they step in the field, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Right.
And if those elk do the same thing as last night, then you're flirting with busting those.
Right.
I think the corner. But I think in the morning, there's a chance you can both go after them and split up along Smith Creek, you know, if this wind stays like this, if it stays west.
Yeah, that's what we got to look at, because, oh my gosh, look at that one's coming right out of those aspens. That is gorgeous.
I think tonight, we were planning one person watching, one person going after the elk a little bit. First morning hunting, and it's already very stressful, because we're supposed to have a good wind. It's supposed to be kind of coming up out of the west, and right now it's dead wrong. We know what the elk are doing. I mean, they've done it 2 or 3 mornings in a row, and here we are in a perfect ambush spot. But I mean, we can't risk it. The good news, if there is any, is that Tom's kind of got, if this wind's true at where he is, kind of has a wind that he can kind of work those elk. That bull's still down in the bottom. Come on. There he is. Man, alive. Wind is like your best friend and your worst enemy. I got up here and I go to check the wind, and I just had to change packs out this morning, and I left my wind scent grenade on my other darn pack. Thank God I carry just one of these cheap wind checker deals for backup, because otherwise I wouldn't even closed in on these elk. Every piece of this ridiculously difficult puzzle needs to come together. Let's get back high. I know they're not too far still. I don't see him. The last I saw him, he was right down here. Right here. Which way is he facing? Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. No, it's a spike. Stay close to me. Bull's up top right. She's looking right at him. It's coming down up here. See him? Right there. You see him? Oh, you. That's neighbors. Oh, I could shoot him right there, too. I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but I really do feel like we have the worst luck. We hiked up this little rock ledge and had a gap in us. So we could just hunker down. I said, Jordan, maybe that bull will come and grab her, you know. I heard a bugle and just come over the top. Here he comes. It's a rock ledge. off the fence of the neighbors. I'm literally checking on eggs to make sure, not just a cattle fence around the edge. So I just shot at 42 yards. By no means a great shot, but I shot at 42 yards, but it was on the neighbors.
Look at him. The only thing that makes elk hunting better than it already is being able to do it with those that are closest to you. And this year, we had an opportunity to invite our dads along with us, and we are so glad they took advantage of it.
Well, yeah, awesome. Like, really?
So this elk camp would not only be shared by some of our closest friends, but by the men that shaped us into the people we are today. And I'm not sure we could ask for much more.
Just saying.
So it's taken several days to put this plan together. The wind isn't exactly what we need it to be, but we're set up right now. We got Willie behind us calling. And as these elk pull in, he's gonna drop back. All we need is luck at this point, and my arrow to fly true.
Bedford Camera provides everything you need with 7 store locations and a huge inventory of product. They have what you want, when you want it. Have you ever dreamed of working in the outdoor industry and unsure of what that next step should be? Film the Hunt, the industry's leader in production education and the most trusted source for job placement.
I don't know where to go because I don't want those pines in front of that to become a wall for me either. He's getting closer. He's definitely getting closer. Should I move that way? I guess they're gonna circle. I see him. I see him hard left. Hard left. Got him. Yep. That blow down right there. Is he really? Yep. He just had to go 10 more steps to the left. He would have been right there. 30 yards. It almost worked. I think he just didn't see any cows and just kind of was down there. Yeah. Rocks and stuff and trying to realize. I know. Oh, I mean, it was just so casual. He was just kind of like, nah. Just turned around and just walked so slowly right back where it came from. that's our luck. He didn't smell us. I think that four-wheeler scared him. There's a four-wheeler driving like side hill on neighbor's property.
What happened?
Just bad timing.
I caught the first time I let out a cow call down here. He bugled right next to me.
Yeah.
And you guys, I waited 5-6 minutes.
Oh, I know.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Well, at first Jordan's like,
he's
like, that sounded good. I was like, that's behind him. So right then I kind of knew.
And I called a couple times.
He must circle all around
The
you.
next thing I heard was kind of like a grunt. And I turned and he was standing 25 yards broadside.
Yeah.
And he was looking at me. So he had me pegged, but then he walked a couple steps and he looked at me, and then he kind of dropped over, and all I could see was his antlers going up the hill. So I thought he went that way.
Oh.
So I called again to see if I could turn him, because when last time I saw him, he was walking up.
Yeah.
He must have cut back over.
Yeah, he probably hit the fence line, just skirted the edges.
Looking back at all I've seen, waiting for moments that matter to me. It ain't the town, it ain't the sweat. It's looking back with hell regrets.
Montana has always been tough for us, yet we keep coming back. Having our dads in camp, it reminds us just how fortunate we are to get to hunt these elk in places like this. Every time we get there, we think maybe this is our year. But the past few years, we never seem to pull it together. Our trip out here is not over yet, although each day closer to the end reminds us just how tough this hunting really is. But we're not quite ready to give up just yet.
If we give it our best and we just come up short, will we still see roots for the trees? If we ain't got the grass looking back,
I'm thinking, should I keep calling? 'Cause I don't know what I'm doing.
if my father would say that I'm proud of you, son, that's the man that I'm trying to